Well, here we are again, Thursday, Cornishman Day, and summer. Just what the doctor ordered. I hope, Carol, up there, you're up country, mate. I hope you're feeling a bit better now. Looking forward to seeing you sometime in the summer. There's few people around here now, I believe, but as I just say to my wife, we got to carry on with our lives. So if we got to wear a mask a bit longer, that's fine. I don't mind people coming down. They're spending money and good for the economy. Good for everything, really. So, but anyhow, just take care, stay safe. That's what I can't keep saying. And I'm going out and make a bit of a flight up this afternoon. I got a few finches coming next week, so nice, make a nice big flight for them, so they got a bit of freedom, fly around and all. Anyhow, I'm going to do a couple of Herbert Lean here today. There was a house to let in our little village, but the owner would not let it to anyone who had children, having an experience of damage done to their property by children. Mary Antique had 9 children and was badly in need of a house. She had received repeated notice from her landlord to vacate the 2 rooms she now occupied. Having heard of this house to let, Mary Ann washed and dressed her 9 children and set out to try to obtain possession. On the way, she had to pass the churchyard. She sent 6 of her children into the yard to play until she returned. Arriving at the landlady's house, Mary Ann was asked how many children did she have. In a mournful tone, she replied, 9. 6 are in the churchyard and 3 are here with me. The landlady was so struck by this sad case that she said, "You poor soul, you can have the house, here's the key." Our little chapel had been done up for the anniversary, walls all washed and seats re-varnished. Owing to the wet weather previous to the festival, the varnish did not dry. When the preacher announced, "The choir will now render the anthem, 'Arise, my soul, arise,' the choir could not get up. They were stuck to the seats. A visitor to Cornwall was travelling from Redruth to Cameron on the top of a bus. Noticing Carnbray monument, she asked the person sitting next to her what it was erected for. "Oh, in memory of the Bassets, who at one time owned all the land around," was the reply. "You would never think there was so much profit in these," remarked the visitor, as she opened a packet of Bassett's liquids, all sorts. One more. It was a parliamentary election meeting. That's coming up soon as well. The speaker was calling the attention of the audience to the fact that an Englishman's home was his castle, and the husband and wife were of one voice. "Is there a man here who would allow anyone to slander his wife?" he asked. "I would," said a voice at the back. "Will you kindly come to the platform, please?" asked the speaker. "You don't look like a man who will allow his wife to be slandered." "Oh, I'm sorry, Minister. I thought you said slaughtered." Now, this is a David Prowse, another David Prowse. Quick one here now. The thud of racket, it and bowl, the grunts of service aces, the watching crowd and metronome of swivelling, turning faces. It's gripping stuff, but Jan is one who watches in confusion, and scratching his beleaguered head, he offered this conclusion. "I can't understand it, boy. I wouldn't say 'tis boring, but 15, 30, 40 deuce, 'tis a funny way of scoring. And look at they their tennis bats, more holes than Gorgonzola. And why, they all got 3-piece names like Nevy, Ratty and Ola. See, the great tribe of referees. There's one perched up a ladder. One got his nose on top of the tent. He's like a Newland crabber. And all the rest lean left and right as though their hips were hinges, and scream and shout like market men when one goes around the fringes. Then out these boys and girls to come to run and do the wrestling, without a please nor a thank you, mind, for all their cheer and chasing, till waiting on the players with a beaker and a nappy, they blokes are spoiled like poodle pups, and yet they're never happy. They bang their bats and curse and stamp to help them fight the battles. You think the wind had rocked their cribs and blawed away their rattles. I tell 'ee, boy, if I was there, I'd have to throw some spanners. I'd scruff 'em old and box their ears to teach 'em better manners. There is no logic, seems to me, 'tis all so darn confusing. I can't get sorted in me mind what kind of rules they're using. 'Cause how come when they clip the net, instead of going on steady, first service some old fool to shout when they've had that one already. But the thing that puts the tin on and makes it all the sillier is when the bloke calls out the score. To me, he's too familiar. 'Tis love to this and love to that, like some Italian barber. He'd only have to love me once, and I'd chuck him in the harbour. Take care.